sideways. Her old car gave up the fight, left her stranded on the shoulder of that lonely stretch of night. Dozens of headlights sliced the dark, but nobody even slowed. She sat there soaked and trembling, feeling lost and all alone. She whispered through her tears, "Lord, please don't leave me here." Then one set of lights pulled over, a calm voice cut through her fear. He said, "Ma'am, you can't stay here," and offered her a ride. Drove her 20 miles through the storm with kindness in his eyes. He called the tow truck, bought her supper when her belly cried for food. Found her a quiet motel room so she wouldn't cry alone and blue. When the night was over and he turned to walk away, she pulled out her wallet, tears falling, "Please let me repay." He shook his head so gentle, smiled like he already knew. "No, but if you want to thank me, help someone else like I helped you." She begged him softly, "Tell me your name before you disappear." He paused beneath the streetlight, rain still falling like quiet tears. Quiet as an answered prayer, he whispered, "They call me Michael." Then he stepped back into the storm and vanished like a miracle. Years rolled by like faded lines on an old forgotten map, but she never forgot that stranger or the gentle way he had. She carried his words deep inside through every hard and empty day, hoping she could pass it on, the kindness he gave away. One gray morning in a rundown cafe, she saw a young waitress cry, pregnant, scared, and broken down, with fear burning in her eyes. Hands shaking as she poured the coffee, trying hard to hide her pain. The lady paid the bill in silence, then slipped $100 bill her way. On a napkin she left a note, with fingers trembling slow, "If you want to thank me, maybe someday you can help someone else who's down on their luck." She signed it Michael. Then she walked out of the cafe and drove home that night. While later that night, as the waitress lay down in her bed, tears rolling down her face, "Thank you, Michael. I needed that money to pay my rent." Closed her eyes and whispered softly, "Thank you, Lord, for your sweet grace." Thank you, Michael, wherever you are. When the woman reached home, she said, "I finally paid it back to you." And I just heard the story just last night. They say Michael was a soldier once, back when the bullets flew. Thought he was dying in the mud, made a promise to God if he could survive this night. "If I live through this hell, Lord, I'll spend my days and nights helping women lost and broken on these lonely world of life." God took him at his word, and when his time on earth was done, he stayed behind to something more, a ghost who still decades he's been stopping for the stranded and the scared, giving rides, buying meals, drying tears that no one else has spared. Everyone who's ever met him on that dark and rainy road knows deep down in their heart it was Michael, the soldier who kept his vow long after he was gone. Somewhere out there tonight, another woman's car breaks down, and a kind voice says, "You can't stay here." As headlights turn around, she'll never see his dog tags, never know the war he fought. But when she asks his name, he'll smile and say Michael. And everyone who's ever been saved knows it was Michael. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. We all know it was you another woman had found, a rescuer that their life had been saved.